Hi guys, welcome in. Welcome back to my page, DIY with Crafty Sarah. Hope you're all having a great night. We are going to, first of all, we're going to do a resin. We're going to pour a little resin. So this is an IOD mold. I don't even know what the mold's called though. Crosses. I don't see on here where it has the name. Huh. I have like 2 of these molds and I've never used them. And I feel like maybe I should keep the plastic. So I just want this one right here. And this one here is telling me it has 13 ml. And so the lowest on these is 20. So I think I'm just going to pour to the bottom line on both of those, because that would be 10, and 10 and 10 is 20, so we should be good. Okay, so what I'm going to use is this kind of resin. It's white. I got it at Hobby Lobby. Chalk Couture does sell resin, but I am doing this one because I've never tried it. Hi Chris, and I want to do the white. I want to see what happens. So we're going to go with this. So measure out equal amounts. And then you have to stir. And they have these little things too. Maybe I should just use those. Man, I'm an old lady, and I tell you. So 13 and 13. I'd have to do 7.5. I might do that. No stink there. No stink there. None. Absolutely none. So I'm just going to measure this out. 7.5. So that will give me roughly 15, and I only need 13. Maybe I'll go just below 7.5. I'm going to go right there. We'll see what happens. One is very definitely a yellowish, and one is clear. So then, mix using a clean stick. Mix thoroughly for 1 minute. Scrape sides, bottom, pour into the mold. So I'm just going to pour both of these into here. Try to get it all out of there. I did try to do the hey Alexa, set timer for 60 seconds.
1 minute timer started.
Okay. So I'm just going to stir away for a minute. We'll see what happens. I did try Chalk Couture's what's it called? You have to use the light to cure it. And this was too thick. It cured on the top hard, but it did not cure on the bottom. Actually, it did, but I had to dump it out and then cure it. So it was just too thick. So we'll see. So it's getting warm. Using clean stick, mix thoroughly for 1 minute. Scrape sides and bottom continuously. Hey Alexa, cancel. After fully mixed, pour immediately into mold. Hi Pam. Hi Holly. I'm going to pour this into here. We're going to see if we can and I do have a little bit. I could go a little bit more. I might have it just about right, you guys. So on these IOD molds, it tells you on the sides what each one of these take for quantity. I threw my stick away, didn't I? Oh well. I got plenty more. So we're going to go with that. I should have put that on something. Dang it. Wasn't thinking. Wasn't thinking. I'll let it set here for a second. So now I got some resin on my, so in between time, we're going to make a quick, we're going to do a quick project. And then we'll get back to this. There's a drop of resin, and supposedly it's going to turn white. And supposedly it takes about 10 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see if all the supposedlys are the way they are. And it's already turning white. I should move it over here so you guys can see it. Let me see if you can see it. I can't tell from the picture, and there's always such a lag. There you go. See it, you guys? It's turning white. Okay, so now what I want to do is, and what did I do with it? It's right here. I want to do a, hi Lori, I want to do a, while this is curing, I want to do a mouse pad, a Snoopy mouse pad. These mouse pads are from Chalk Couture. These are nice. And they're not that expensive, you guys. I mean, they're a little more expensive than the ones that I got from Amazon, but the quality is night and day. So I want to put, and I want it, because I don't think I want it the long way, do I? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Let me see what it looks like when I get it on there. Man, you guys, that's really turning white. That's crazy. I think I want the old boy to set like that, because that's how we set our mouse pads, right? Although mine is in such a skinny area that I do have mine setting like this. But don't most people have them going the other way, guys? I feel like they do. Let's see. Let's just see here. Just want to make sure that Snoop Dogg can fit on there. And he does. He just fits. So what I want to do is, actually, let me see if I can get any more on going this way. I can. I think I'm going to go this way. Just because I can get more words. I feel like most people's mouse pads go horizontal, or yeah, horizontal, but this one's going to go vertical for me because I'm going to be the one that uses it, and it is, I need it. I'm crammed. I'm crammed in my little space. So there's that. So I'm going to take the mini squeegee, and I want to do the outside in gray. Just this outside area. I may end up having to use something else. This way I can get most of the words on, which is like gulp and oof and ulf and hi, Stephanie. Thank you, sweetheart. Love you big too. So we're doing this while we're waiting for our resin to set up. And I want to show you guys something that I made today that I love. I made this today. Is that just not gorgeous? I love it. I ended up putting scrapbook paper on the back of it. I think that thing just turned out gorgeous. One thing about ink is we don't have to like hurry. And I'm using Storm, and then I'm going to use black for Snoopy. So I'm going to have to get something smaller to fit into some of these areas. Kefni, you never did tell me what your baby's name is. She got a first grandchild. Is it a boy or a girl? And what they name her? Hopefully they live close, that you can see that baby. In this, yeah, isn't that beautiful? You guys, I'm telling you. Now you can't see it because it's out of the screen. I made a few things today. I don't know. I kind of had a spurt of energy, you guys, because my butt was dragging yesterday. Holy mackerel, was my butt dragging yesterday. It was a dragon. It was a dragon. So I'm just going to use this to get right in here. And then I'll probably use one of these. Well, maybe, I don't know. Too cute. Okay. 7 pounds, 7 ounces. Oh, 30 minutes is perfect. You can get lots of grandma time. I don't have anybody that lives 30 minutes. The closest is 45. And then we go to about, well, then the next one lives, I suppose the next closest lives in Omaha. And Omaha and Syracuse are pretty close to being probably about the same distance. And then it's St. Louis. And that's where I drove home from. So that's where oh my gosh, I never had a baby that had any hair. My kids really didn't either. My little boys, my youngest two little boys are just little towheads. They are blonde as blonde can be. I think I'm totally going to have to go around this way. That's going to suck. It's going to take up time. I don't know how you pronounce that first name. Atticus? Is that right? Atticus? Boy, that's like a strong name, isn't it? Okay, well, this is taking longer than I thought, but I don't know how else you could do it. I got my eggs together from last night. I did sand them a little bit, like Tracy said. That helped a little, but did you know they were going to name him that? Or was that a surprise? Kids today keep it a surprise a lot of times. That's the only thing they, used to be we didn't know what our babies were going to be. But now they know and they don't tell the name. So all names are beautiful. It might not be what we pick, but they're all beautiful. And it always seems to me like they kind of grow into their names. Like when I had Joshua, I had my first boy I named Jeffrey, and so I wanted a J name, and I couldn't think of a J name, so I ended up with Joshua, and I remember that I didn't really like it because I don't know, and now I can't imagine him being anything other than a Joshua. And he's my little heart guy, so those guys are down at Universal Studios in Florida, yeah. They're going to fly home Friday, and they're going to come here Saturday, I suppose, for Easter. And my sister had a kid right after that, and she named him Justin. And she was mad at me. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so stinking cute. She was kind of mad at me because she wanted to name him Joshua. I'm like, well, I would have named mine Justin. I would have been fine with that. But I didn't even know of the name Justin. We're talking about 1980. So, yeah. So there's that. That's a long time ago. But yeah, he is down in, and Josh had 2 boys, and they named the first one Wyatt, which I was like, Wyatt? Now I can't imagine him being anything other than Wyatt. And they named their second one. The second one was going to be Joaquin or Owen. And they spelled out the word Joaquin, you know how Joaquin spells his? And they asked the nurse, how do you pronounce this? And she said, Joaquin. And Josh goes, it'll be Owen. So they left it at Owen. You guys, is that not the cutest thing? Oh my gosh. I love it. So I'm going to dry that, and then we're going to heat set it, and then we're done. Let's get that baby heating up. I'm just going to use my little one. That's a strong name. I like strong names. Will there be a nickname to that? Probably not. I can't imagine what it would be. So the saga continues with my husband. He's going to go to a specialist tomorrow. I guess he's got, when he went into the doctor yesterday, you guys, because his neck was hurting, and he couldn't, and his hand was all swelled up, like right through here. And then they told him he had gout. I'm like, gout? And I said to him when I got home and saw what his hand and stuff, I go, is that gout? And he thought I was nuts. He goes, well, why would it be gout? I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know what gout is, but I mean, I do. It's too much uric acid. But I'm like, I've never seen it before. But I just said, is it the gout? So, and then he goes to the doctor, and that's what it is. Is that too funny? So they did an x-ray on his neck, and they say now that he's got arthritis. So he's going to go tomorrow. And I hope it's not too long to wait to get these out of the mold. I should probably take that out. Oh, look, you guys. Look. It's that simple. How cool is that? So we need that for our project. I thought to myself, I don't have a... look at all these pretty crosses on this. Like, I don't have a wood cut out for just a cross. I mean, I probably could muster one up, but I didn't. So then I thought, I'm just going to... You guys, it's even kind of pliable. How cool is that? Okay. Let's do this. Then we'll be done with this. Then we'll be done with this. We'll move on to our piano. I want you guys to see this. Colt is cute. Any of them, whatever. They're all cute. I'm going to turn this over because I don't really want... That's weird. I don't want that on my... It's on low. I don't want that. So I'm going to paint this, and that's why white didn't bother me. And I kind of wanted just to see how that works. So I don't even know, like, if it remains pliable, or as it dries, does it get more harder, or what? We'll find out. We will find out. Okay. Cute as can be. What a cute mouse pad. Now these are thicker. I feel like I have them somewhere here. Where do I have those at? They're in here. These are the ones from Amazon, and they're fine, but these have been serged around the edges, and they're thicker. They're a little thicker. They look nicer, but they're the same. They're exactly the same size. We're pretty dang close. Pretty dang close. But yeah. Here's another IOD mold in here. Lavender and Grace. I don't know, maybe that's who I bought it from. But it's just got little, like, borders and lafleurs and however you pronounce those. All right. Moving on. So they x-rayed his neck or his back. They say he has arthritis. I'm like, maybe that's why you walk like an old man. Because he kind of does. He kind of... I'm like, maybe that's why. That is so cute, you guys. All right, I'm going to set this over here, and I'm going to grab this. I saw this on, I don't know, somebody made one. And I thought, oh my God, that is so stinking cute. So I decided I'm making one. And so that's that. So this piece, I painted them already, you guys. But it's still going to be tedious because I have to glue on all the piano keys and the cute decor. And actually, I think I need to sand those little black keys. Maybe I'll sand those right on there. That might be the way to go. They don't get much, you know, but just kind of the ends. Just to look a little rustic. So I'm going to glue this to this. Maybe. You guys, our temperature like went from yesterday it was almost 80 and today it's like 50 with 50-mile-an-hour winds. Whew! It's chilly, chilly, chilly. This gets sat on here then. We want to make sure that it is where it needs to be. And then we're going to let that set for a second. It doesn't take long to set up. And our piano has the white keys and it has the black keys. They're each going to have to get glued on. How stinking cute is this? Then we're going to put a verse on it, or a transfer. Can you guys believe Easter is already this weekend? This grandma is not ready. I think a bunch of the eggs are going to get money in them. I'm going to go get a bunch of ones and put them in the eggs. You're a piano teacher. Awesome sauce. Well, this is stinking cute. It can also have a blackbird that goes like off to the side, but I didn't do the bird because there are sunflowers on it. when I saw all the pieces of wood, I thought, oh, for the love. And then I thought, but it's the white keys and it's the black keys. And 2 sunflowers. The sunflowers will go over here. Oh, you need this, Caffany. I'm going to glue the center on the sunflowers. And they're scored, so you guys know exactly where to go with them. And I set that too far off to the side. Got glue out there. Don't want that. So tomorrow they're going to take him in and they're going to talk to him. I said, well, you know what they're going to want to do? They're going to want to do physical therapy. Well, I'm not doing it. Okay. I remember when I got out of my heart crap and had to go into physical therapy. And I came home and told him I had to do 36 sessions. And he goes, well, you might not do all of those. And my son was here. My son has had the heart surgeries. And he goes, she will do every one of those. He was not having it. So this is going to be the part that's going to be a pain in the butt for you guys. Because I've got to put these white keys on. And I wonder if the glue would be better here. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think I signed up for Craft Around the Clock tomorrow night at 7:30. Because I thought that we were going to be doing the colonoscopy, but because he was feeling yucky, I shouldn't say crappy because he wasn't feeling crappy. He would have felt crappy if he would have had to have the colonoscopy. I'm naughty, aren't I? Oh my gosh, you guys. How cute is that? Stick the little black keys in there. Good gracious. So cute. Look at that, Caffany. Starting to look like a piano, sort of. He just doesn't like the idea, Lori, of having to go somewhere and do something. You know. He's got no time for that nonsense. Just like a typical man. I'm like, well, dude, if you start hurting that bad, you'll figure it out. They even said it's arthritis in they gave him the numbers of where it's at, like 6, 7, and 8 or something like that, or 5, 6, 7 or something like that. He goes, I don't know where that is. I go, I don't know where it is. I have no idea. Whoop, get glue on me. He's a typical man. He bellyaches when he has to do anything like that. I think when these little black keys go in, then it looks so cute. We had a piano in our house the whole time I grew up, and we were never offered piano lessons. My mom never. Wouldn't you think that she would have insisted that us girls took piano lessons, but she didn't. They couldn't afford it. But my mom knew how to play the piano, but she was not, my mom was not a patient person. And she was, whoop, I might have that one too close together. She was a perfectionist, so we would have given her a run for her money. There we go. Get in there, little black key. And you know, I never really remember. I mean, we had a piano in the house, but I don't really remember my mom playing it that much. Not really. I wondered what it was, Lori or Holly. So, like, you think it's like below the bump or up in his neck? He's had a rough week. Gout and arthritis in his neck. I shouldn't be so ornery. You don't even know what being rough is until you've had open heart surgery or your kidneys crap out on you. Then let's talk. Then let's talk. Then I might have some sympathy. But I'll take care of him because that's what I do. You know, that's what I do. So this isn't going too bad, you guys. Because it's all scored. Even though I painted it black, it's still, you can still see them. We had another classmate's spouse pass away yesterday. You guys, we've had so many people pass away in our class. She wasn't in our class, but he was. Makes you just want to play. Hi, Diane. Well, we'll see what they say tomorrow. So I gotta go work. I think his appointment's at 1:30. So I'll go in at 1. Ooh, that one has a big old chunk of paint on the side. Need to get that off. Need to straighten the keys up so they're not crooked. My Lanta, that is so cute. Oh, this is a little tiny one. Gracious, that thing is worthless. Not sure why I bought that one. Got a little split between my keys right there. Some are a little further apart than others. I'm not sure why, but anyway, how cute is that? Isn't that adorable? I'm telling you. Oop, there's blue right there. Okay, so now I want to put Let Your Light Shine, Matthew 5:16. I'm going to put that. I tried to find something that was musical. I couldn't find anything. So I'm going to have to get to looking and see. I feel like I should have something. It would have been cool if there was like something wordy that was musical, you know, that I don't know. I don't know. That was just, this wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it's okay. So I'm just going to wax just a little bit. I'm not going to get nutty about it. And I'm really going to buff it good. And I may go back and touch up some of my keys because this is chalk paint and it got dusty. And it made my whites, my pearly white piano keys, some of them not so white. Although you really can't tell it, but still. So I don't think, let me see. I feel like I'm not going to fuzz it. Yeah, I'm good. And I'm going to do it in vanilla. No, yeah. No, I'm going to do it in white. Because my keys are white. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely could do that. Sometimes, Kathleen, I get tired of, it seems like everybody decoupages. And I just get, I kind of get over it. I know that sounds awful, but it's like, oh, here's a project. Yay, decoupage again. But that's probably what they say about chalk too. Oh, she's chalking again. Yay. So let your light shine. How cute is that? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But you're right. You definitely could. So this will have to either, it'll have to set on an easel, or I could put an easel on the back of it. I'll have to see after I'm done. So I think I want the big one there and the little one there. And then I'm going to paint this cross, and we're going to put that on there. Or should I just leave it white? I don't know. I was going to paint it like a brown, but could paint it gold, could paint it brown. So if it was a brown, what color brown would it be? A dark brown? I'll grab a dark brown. There's like burnt umber. Let me see what else there is. There's a I think I'm going to do burnt umber. And I'm just going to open the lid because it's probably not going to take much. I wouldn't think. We'll see how it gets on here. Wouldn't you guys put this out all year long? I think I would. Time to move on to summer and all the things. All things summer. Patriotic. One thing I noticed with that white resin is that I didn't have bubbles. You know, like with that other one, I had bubbles. I definitely would leave that sitting out on my buffet or something all year long. Pretty sure. This dries pretty quick. I just thought that was so pretty. The little crown, the little grapevine crown or grape thorns, that was a little precarious. You don't want to look too close at that because that was a little different. So I think tomorrow night it's craft around the clock, 7:30. I've got my craft picked out. I'm gonna make a wreath. I'm gonna use that spring, Hello Spring, that little round thing that was too small for a door thing. We're gonna put that in a wreath and we're gonna make it up. I even made my beautiful bow. It's all ready. It's going to be tulips. Hope this sticks. I'm assuming it will. I do have that Tight Bond Quick and Thick, but I don't even use that. I think that'll stick. That's cute, you guys. That is cute. So I'm probably going to touch up my white. I will do that though off camera. And then I'll take a picture of it. But you guys, what do you think? What do you think, piano teacher? Cute? Isn't that cute? I love it. Freaking love it. And I think it'd be cute sitting in an easel. But you guys, I could put an easel on the back. Our gas, when I filled up on Sunday, it was under $4. It was $3.79. And I was buying premium because my car takes premium. But I think it's all gone up. It's all gone up. All right, guys. Thanks so much for popping in. If you can share me, that would be awesome. I appreciate you all so much. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow. I will post when I'm on Craft Around the Clock, but I'm pretty sure it's 7:30. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much. Good night.